All right, we're going to pick up here with our flared front skirt. There's the back already done, and we did seam allowance all the way around the back so that the back would have room for a zipper. And then the front, though, if we wanted to make sure it went on the fold, there is some adjustments we can make, and in this pattern it actually worked quite well. First, investigate what kind of points you might have to work with. In this case, when I click on here, I see that there is a point for the corner, but there's usually an anchor point aligned with this line segment that would be center front. So there's my top edge. Always refer to both of them, and the bottom. I actually have a point on each one. So I think the easiest way to do this, and there's always more than one way many times to approach things, but is to actually just delete the corner anchor points and it moves that line in. I don't have to cut or interrupt, cut or join any points on my shape. So I can delete that one, see how it jumps to there, and I can delete that corner one. And we can zoom in again to see that that has lined up on here. Now if I wanted to get rid of that dotted line, I could make sure that I have that anchor point selected and I can cut it. See, in this case, I am cutting the anchor points, but I am cutting the anchor points for the stitching line. This is the only one highlighted, if you notice now, and I can delete that. There's one single point left, and delete it. That way, my center front will be put on the fold. Always just check if you have a anchor point aligned with your center front point or center back if you're putting it on the fold, and then you can delete the anchor point out at the corner of the seam allowance. If you don't have a anchor point that aligns in that place, and it all depends on what this shape may be coming off of that center front or center back line, all you have to do is add that anchor point on the outer path of the seam allowance. Now then, to finish up this piece is putting in the grain line that has us cut on the fold. There we go. And let me select that. I do not want it dashed, so I can unclick the dashed line. I can also put my arrowheads on the beginning and the end of the open path, and then we just need to add our text and select our outer line and fill it with white. Then you have your front and your back flared skirt. Adjust the rest of the text on your notations, and that will be the flared skirt. Good luck with it all.